Found beer.
Oh, this one's cool.
Line up there.
All right, everyone. So this is the Rogers Suite. Now I didn't just bring you here because they happen to own the building, but it is a very cool executive suite, mainly because of our all-star wall at the front there. Any idea what this might be referring to? The bat flip. Yeah, so this is actually the trajectory of Jose Bautista's bat flip.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there's 19 bats we figured out. It's number 19 as well. So it's a very cool piece. Now for those who are not familiar with the bat flip, you may know that in 1992 and 1993 we won the World Series. But for about 20 years after that, we did not make the postseason. And it was very tense for the fan base during those years. But this finally came to an end in 2015 when we made the American League Division Series. And we were up against the Texas Rangers, and unfortunately we lost the first two games in the series. We were going to fall at the first hurdle in the postseason. But we actually came back to win the next two games after the Rangers tweeted at us that they hoped we enjoyed our hockey season. I like to think that that's the motivation they needed to win those next two games. Bringing it down to a Game 5, winner takes all here at the Rogers Center. Now this was a very tense game. The seventh inning of this game lasted for a total of 53 minutes. This is one of the longest recorded innings in Major League Baseball. At the top of the seventh, there's a bit of a controversial call when the pitcher at the time threw the ball to home and it accidentally hit the batter's bat. The Rangers player on third saw this and ran home to score. And because it was deemed that the batter did not technically interfere, they got the point. And so the Rangers were up. At the bottom of the seventh, ties it up 3-3, and then Bautista is up to bat. He, of course, makes contact with that next pitch and hits the ball into the stands just under that Budweiser sign you see across the way there, flipping his bat after he does so. Very iconic moment in Blue Jay history. Everybody went wild in the stands. Was anybody here when it happened? So maybe you can attest. Did you have? Yeah, people screamed, they were jumping up and down. You could even see the cameras on live television that were in the stands violently shaking because people were going crazy. It was a great moment in Jays history, and Bautista, of course, has been inducted into the Jays Level of Excellence. You can see his name with many others along the way there. I also want to direct your attention to
Ali from Iraq, how are you? Saudi Kathy, they are pounding the dirt on the pitcher's mound.
Halladay fans here? Yeah. So Halladay was probably one of the best pitchers that the Jays, let alone the league, has had. He was a very beloved player here on the Jays. He actually got sent back down to the minors in his first few years with the Jays, but eventually came back in 2001 as a regular starter and went on to win the Cy Young Award in 2003. This is an award that's given to the best pitchers in the entire league. He unfortunately died in 2017, and his number 32, is the only number currently retired for the Blue Jays. Yeah,
That's the only one.
yeah. And Jackie Robinson, which is the one before, his number is retired for all of the teams in. Yeah. So we'll talk a little bit more about some of the other names you see along that Jays Level of Excellence, but Roy was inducted into that shortly after he died, and into the Baseball Hall of Fame as well. So feel free to take any pictures of the cool pieces in here, or the field if you want to, and then we'll move on. We have the Springer home plate and scorecard and jersey from his 21-point game that he had recently.
Yeah, it was good times, Chatty Cathy, 2 in a row. Is this the broadcaster?
That's the visiting broadcaster. Yeah.